Okay, so I think we are rolling. All right, last thing with inverse functions today, everybody. Okay, so all we have left to do is determine if two functions are inverses of one another. So if you would kindly flip to the last page here. Okay, so if you are given two functions, in this case f and g, and I want to tell if they are inverses of each other, I can perform two compositions, simplify them, and see if they both end up equaling x. So first we're going to do f of g of x, and then we'll do g of f of x. If I do both, hello, thank you so much. If I do both, and they both simplify down to x, that means yes, these things are inverses of each other. All right, so let's give it a try. On letter A. So first off, let's do f of g of x. Doesn't matter which one you do first, but we'll have to eventually do both. So let's try it. We're going to take the g and we're going to put it into the f and see what happens. Okay, so I have the g into the f, and now I just want to simplify this and see if it can come out to just simplifying to be an x. Let's see. I have to distribute there. That's just going to get me a positive x, isn't it? And then a positive 3. Oh, wow. Check that out. Did you get it to become an x? All right, let's try it the other way now. Let's try g of f of x. Make sure you're taking the f and putting it into the g. Make sure you don't drop a negative or something silly. Okay, mine looks good. And then go ahead and simplify. See if you can get this thing to shake out to just be an x. Did it work for you? Did you get x both ways? Awesome, me too. So that means that yes, these two are inverses of each other. So that's our test. We just compose both functions with each other each way. If I can simplify it to be an x, it's a yes. If there's no way that I could simplify it down to be just x, if I get like x plus 3 or something, then it's a no. You also wouldn't have to then test it the other way. If you're sure it's a no one way, you don't have to bother the other. It has to come out to be an X both ways. It is possible that you get an X one way and not the other, so it really is important to check both. It's rare, but it can happen. All right, let's go ahead and try B. How'd you do for G of F of X? I'm sorry, F of G of X. Did you get it to be X? Did you try the other way? I didn't yet. What's our consensus here? We all got a yes? All right. Go ahead and try C on your own. What happened on C? Yeah, this one doesn't simplify down to just Bx. And there's no way I can get it. Like, I can't keep manipulating this to get there, right? So once it's clear that it's not ever going to simplify down to be an X, you can stop and say, no, you don't then have to do the G of X, because if it doesn't work one way, it doesn't matter. It has to work both. So yeah, this one's definitely a no. It's not a bad idea. Let's say it was a test and you've got some extra time. It's not a bad idea to just try it the other way and make sure you didn't mess up here. But usually there's no need. If it doesn't work one way, I don't even care if it works the other way, but it usually won't. So anyway, okay, last one, try D. Okay, how'd we do? Was anybody able to get it to simplify down to just an X? No, me neither. I mean, I could go a little further by like combining these fractions if you wanted, but I mean, even if I try, so I could write that as -10, oh no, wait, what am I doing? -50 over 10 minus 9x over 10, but I'm not gonna get anywhere, right? I get -50 over minus 9x over 10. It's never gonna get down to just be an X. So once I realize I'm not getting anywhere, you don't even have to bother with all of this. It's gonna be a no. Oh, I forgot to say no on the last one. So thoughts, how do we feel? Not too bad? It can be tricky if you like, the most common mistakes is when you're like inserting one function into the other, you miss a piece of it. So take your time, make sure that when you put the G into the F, you remember all of the parts of it. And you finish out whatever the F function was. A lot of times we forget, like if there was a -1 on the end, we've got to add it on or whatever. Questions? No? We feel good? Easy? All right, so let's see. I think, right, and that was it for this, right? There was no more in this note sheet. No, that's done. Okay, so if you look at last night's homework, where we just did the first page. So all I'd like you to do are just 5 through 16. So 5 through 10 are just like finding the inverse like we've been doing. And then 11 through 16 are tell me yes or no. Are they functions or inverses of each other? And when it says show why or why not, your work is what shows me. Okay, so that's it. Just those 5 to 16. That's it. All right. Any questions right now? Feel free to work together, work by yourself if you want. Let me stop this video. Working on the rest of this.